Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of rare Australian 1-cent copper coins. These little pieces of history may look ordinary at first glance, but some of them carry remarkable value in today's market. From rare minting errors to coins found in unusual dirty conditions with unique color shades, these treasures have become major players in the world of coin collecting and investing. These aren't just simple copper cents. They represent a blend of history, rarity, and hidden fortune. That's why collectors and investors around the globe are chasing after them, sometimes paying unbelievable amounts for the right piece. So, if you're a coin enthusiast, a curious collector, or simply someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of Australian currency, this video is made for you. Let's get started with the top 3 most valuable 1-cent copper coins that you should definitely keep an eye on. The 1966 Australian 1-cent coin is more than just a piece of copper. It is a relic of history and a silent witness to the birth of Australia's decimal currency system. When this coin was first released in 1966, it marked the transition from the old pound shilling pence system to the modern decimal format. For everyday Australians, it was just small change. But for collectors and investors today, this coin has transformed into a legend, one that carries stories of rarity, errors, and astonishing value that could change lives overnight. What makes the 1966 1 cent so fascinating is not just its age, but its unique qualities and variations. This coin has been known to appear in unusual conditions, some struck with minting errors, some with rare copper tones that differ from the regular shades, and others in surprisingly well-preserved states despite decades of circulation. These small differences, almost invisible to the untrained eye, can mean the difference between a coin worth just a cent and a coin worth millions in today's collector market. Imagine the thrill of finding such a treasure hiding in an old drawer, a coin jar, or tucked away in forgotten savings. The demand for this particular year is fueled by mystery and scarcity. 1966 was a year of massive change, and while millions of these coins were struck, not all were identical. Certain varieties, especially those with errors like double strikes, misaligned dies, or unusual shade variations in copper, are fiercely hunted by collectors. These anomalies are like fingerprints of history, proof that even machines and mints are not perfect, and that imperfection itself can create unimaginable value. Some examples have sold for eye-watering prices, turning ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Collectors know that the true power of the 1966 1-cent coin lies in its rarity, combined with its cultural importance. It is the very first year of Australia's decimal coinage, which gives it a historic status no other coin can replicate. Owning such a coin is not just about holding money. It is about owning a piece of the nation's identity, a copper artifact that connects the present with the very moment Australia modernized its currency system. That symbolism alone makes the coin priceless, and when rarity is added into the mix, the value skyrockets beyond imagination. Another factor that drives the incredible worth of the 1966 1 cent is the passion of coin collectors and investors worldwide. In auctions, competition can get intense. Collectors are willing to push prices higher and higher because they know they may never see another example in their lifetime. When 2 or more passionate bidders clash, the result is often a record-breaking sale that shocks the market. Stories circulate of coins that were once dismissed as pocket change now commanding million-dollar price tags. That's the kind of transformation that makes this coin a symbol of hidden fortune. Even coins in what some may call dirty or unusual conditions can carry extreme value. In fact, sometimes it is these odd-toned, well-worn, or miscolored coins that fetch the highest bids. To a casual observer, a darkened, aged copper cent might look worthless, but to a trained eye, it could be the golden ticket, the exact variant that collectors have been searching for decades. This is why coin experts always advise: never spend your old coins without checking them, because you could unknowingly give away a fortune. The beauty of this coin is that anyone could have won without even realizing it. It might be lying unnoticed in a family coin collection, hidden in a box of heirlooms, or mixed with other low-value coins at the bottom of a jar. For the lucky few who discover it, the 1966 1 cent becomes more than just money. It becomes a life-changing opportunity. A single coin could erase debts, secure a dream home, or build wealth that lasts generations. That's why collectors describe it as not just currency, but destiny in disguise. In the end, the 1966 Australian 1-cent coin stands as a reminder of how something so small can hold unimaginable power. A piece of copper, overlooked by millions, has the ability to rewrite someone's fortune overnight. Its rarity, its errors, its history, and its beauty all combine to make it one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. So, if you ever come across a 1966 1 cent in your possession, don't dismiss it, because it might just be the key that unlocks your future and turns you into a millionaire overnight. Next up, the 1973 Australian 1 cent coin is one of those mysterious treasures that appears simple at first glance, but hold within the potential to change a person's destiny overnight. To the ordinary eye, it is just a small copper coin that once passed through countless hands in everyday trade. But to collectors and investors, the 1973 1 cent has grown into a symbol of hidden wealth, rarity, and fortune. This is a type of coin that proves the old saying, sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest power. What makes the 1973 edition so extraordinary is not just its age, but the story of survival and scarcity that surrounds it. While millions of coins were struck, very few remain in pristine condition today. Time, circulation, and natural wear have erased many of these coins from existence. But those rare survivors, especially those in mint condition, or those carrying small but powerful errors from a minting process, have risen in value to shocking levels. In the modern collector's market, such coins can command unbelievable prices, sometimes even reaching into the millions, turning a humble cent into a life-altering fortune. Part of the magic behind the 1973 1 cent lies in its copper composition. Over the years, copper develops unique tones, shades, and patinas, giving each coin a distinct personality. Some coins appear in brighter shades, others in darker, aged tones, and a few even in unusual colors caused by chemical reactions over decades. Collectors prize these differences because they tell the story of time itself, and no two coins ever age in exactly the same way. The rarest shades, combined with mint errors or unusual strikes, are the ones that fetch staggering values at auctions and private sales. But what truly drive the value into unimaginable heights are the errors and varieties that slipped through the mint in 1973. Double strikes, off-center strikes, misaligned designs, or even small imperfections invisible to most people can turn an ordinary 1 cent into a millionaire's dream. These errors are extremely scarce, making them prized possessions for collectors who know their worth. To a trained eye, a single misplaced detail on a 1973 1 cent coin can mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing discovery. Another reason this coin is considered a treasure is its role in Australian history. By the 1970s, Australia was still adjusting to its decimal currency system introduced in 1966, and the early copper coins became deeply embedded in the nation's everyday life. The 1973 1 cent represents that era, a period of change, growth, and identity for the country. Owning such a coin is not just about wealth. It is about holding a piece of Australia's cultural and economic transformation. That heritage alone makes it priceless in the eyes of collectors who value more than just money. Auction houses have seen shocking results when rare examples of the 1973 1 cent surface. Stories spread like wildfire about small coins fetching astronomical prices because two or more determined collectors refuse to back down in bidding wars. What begins as a modest estimate can spiral into a record-breaking sale within minutes. These dramatic moments have cemented the coin's reputation as one of the most desirable treasures in the world of numismatics, and they fuel the dream that one lucky finder might stumble upon such a piece in their own collection. What is most fascinating about the 1973 1 cent is that it can still be hiding in plain sight. In dusty coin jars, old family albums, forgotten drawers, or inherited collections, these coins often sit unnoticed, dismissed as worthless copper. Yet, for the person who takes a closer look and recognizes its true rarity, it can unlock unimaginable opportunities. To think that a coin once used to buy candy or newspapers can now buy a house, a car, or even set up a legacy of wealth for generations is what makes this coin truly magical. In the end, the 1973 Australian 1 cent coin is far more than money. It is a symbol of hidden fortune, a reminder that treasures often come in the smallest packages, and proof that history and rarity together can create unimaginable wealth. For anyone lucky enough to find one of these coins in rare condition, or with a striking error, the path to becoming a millionaire overnight is very real. So, before you ever dismiss an old coin as worthless, remember, the 1973 1 cent could be the tiny copper key that unlocks the door to your greatest fortune. Next up, the 1976 Australian 1 cent coin may look like a small, ordinary piece of copper to most people, but in the world of collectors and treasure hunters, it holds the kind of power that can transform someone's life overnight. Hidden within its humble design lies a potential fortune that has shocked the coin market time and time again. This little coin, once casually exchanged for everyday items, now has the ability to elevate its owner into the ranks of millionaires. It's a perfect example of how history, rarity, and beauty can combine to create unimaginable wealth. What makes the 1976 1 cent coin so extraordinary is not simply the year it was struck, but the scarcity and uniqueness of surviving examples. Decades of circulation wore down countless coins, and many were eventually withdrawn or melted down. But a select few survived in pristine condition, untouched by the roughness of time. These survivors are now so valuable that collectors chase them with fierce determination. In the market today, these coins don't just fetch high prices. They can ignite bidding wars that skyrocket their value into the millions, shocking even seasoned experts. The real magic of the 1976 coin, however, lies in its rare minting errors and varieties. Some coins left the mint with tiny imperfections, a double strike, an off-center imprint, or a faint design shift that most people would never even notice. Yet, these so-called imperfections are what make the coin perfect in the eyes of collectors. They represent a frozen moment in time, a slip of machinery that can never be repeated. And because these error coins are so scarce, their value is beyond imagination. To stumble upon one is like holding a golden ticket to financial freedom. Another fascinating aspect of the 1976 1 cent coin is the beauty of its copper surface. Over nearly 5 decades, copper develops its own unique shades. Some coins remain bright and reddish, while others darken into rich chocolate, or even unusual tones that collectors crave. These color variations, combined with natural aging, make each coin one of a kind. A well-preserved 1976 cent with a rare patina can easily command astonishing sums, proving that even the smallest details matter in the world of numismatics. Beyond its physical beauty, the coin also carries a weight of history. The 1970s were a period of growth and transformation for Australia, and the coins of that era became silent witnesses to everyday life. The 1976 1 cent is not just money. It is a time capsule, a copper fragment of a nation's story. Owning such a coin is like holding a piece of living history, and that deep cultural significance adds immeasurable value. Collectors aren't just paying for metal. They are investing in heritage, in identity, and in the priceless feeling of holding history in their hands. Auction stories of the 1976 1 cent coin only fuel the fire of excitement. Time after time, examples have appeared in the spotlight and stunned audiences with the prices they achieved. The moment two determined collectors lock eyes across a bidding floor, the value of the coin rises with every passing second. What may begin as an ordinary sale often ends as a record-breaking spectacle, turning one coin into a symbol of unimaginable wealth. These stories spread quickly, inspiring others to check their own collections in hope of discovering such a life-changing treasure. What's truly astonishing is the possibility that such a coin might still be hiding in plain sight. It could be sitting in an old piggy bank, buried in a box of forgotten change, or lying quietly in a drawer where it has been ignored for decades. That is the magic of the 1976 1 cent. It holds the power to surprise anyone, anywhere, at any time. One lucky find can turn a person's financial reality upside down, proving that even the smallest coin can hold the greatest fortune. In the end, the 1976 Australian 1 cent coin is more than copper. It is destiny forged in metal. It is history, beauty, rarity, and wealth all wrapped into one tiny treasure. For those who are fortunate enough to discover it, this coin is not just currency. It is a life-changing miracle that can unlock a future of abundance. So before you dismiss an old coin as worthless, remember, The 1976 1 cent might just be the key to becoming a billionaire overnight. See you in the next video.